Now, you may have spotted that there's a new acronym in town to put in reports with DEI and LGBTQ. It's VAWG, Violence Against Women and Girls. Well, now we have a simple little acronym, we can find a simple little solution. We can call it hate and find someone to blame. And in this situation, it couldn't be more simple, could it? It's men, because they commit almost every act of violence against women and girls. So they must do better. But is it really that simple? You know, so many of the women wringing their hands, asking how we've got to this awful state of affairs, where women are beaten, abused, assaulted, raped, harassed, trafficked, and even killed. What's going on, they plead? How has it come to this in our kind and tolerant world? But when I look at what's gone on, it's quite plain to see. Increasing numbers of men from cultures where misogyny is deeply embedded, from countries where women must cover their face, not leave the house, and could even be stoned for putting a foot out of place. Mix that with today's society, where online pornography and hypersexualization is so normal that kids must be taught about it in school. After all, it's healthy and freeing, building a massive global industry where women are subjugated, humiliated, and reduced down to the sum of their body parts. And now behind us, our once beloved but increasingly forgotten culture, where the institution of marriage is now deemed outmoded, and the codified Christian way of living, which called adultery a sin and was the perfect protection for women, has been replaced with the missold idea that extreme sexual liberty is better. All of this was supposed to be a journey towards empowerment, but it's been a descent into disaster. So who let this all happen? Who went on those protests and pushed the pronouns? Who carried the banners? Who used Be Kind hashtags and shared moralising memes? I don't think it was Jim, Jeff, Terry and Keith. No, it was so many women in their desire to be compassionate. They championed multiculturalism. They celebrated reducing churches to Pinterest wedding mood boards, and they've helped to replace Christianity with far superior rainbow flags. They've screamed for trans activism, for the right of any man to throw on a frock and bring his fetish into changing rooms and brownie tents. They told the world that a woman doing whatever she wants with her body was empowering. They don't need men when they can be men. Bring on 50 Shades of Grey. Look at those Kardashians, billionaire businesswomen with a momager. I want to be like that. A surgically made doll pumped with cosmetics and fillers who doesn't even need a proper job nor talent. That is girl power. Love Island and 1 million followers. But they've gotten it so wrong. In their unwavering desire to prove that men and women are equal, that all the world is kind and nice just like them, and anyone who doesn't believe that is a fascist, a racist, a sexist and a homophobe, they've repeatedly refused to recognise basic elements of human nature and biology. Things that are hardwired into mammals to ensure the continuation of the species and the protection of the pride. They've gaslighted themselves into truly believing that a utopian world with complete sexual freedom, less marriage, and unlimited men from foreign cultures could exist. That was going to be an amazing revolution of equal empowerment. Well, it turns out they were wrong. But they still can't see it. So it must simply all be the fault of all men. Horrible, broken, brutish men. Meanwhile, all Jim and Jeff, Terry and Keith want is to one day walk their little girls down the aisle to a nice young man.